Hopefully nothing, to be honest. No, I mean, what we know is that they've got some great athletes, and they've got 2 years of strong play under their belts. We're 9-2 2 years in a row, and they've got some of those guys back. They have had a large turnover of people this past year, so that's why I'm not sure what kind of team they're going to walk in the door with this year. I know they've got a few individuals back from last year's team that were really top players for them. But the bulk of their team is going to be completely new. They've got a new offensive coordinator, so we're not sure exactly how that's going to impact what they do. So there's a little bit of mystery coming into this game. Well, he's a great athlete. He's got great speed and comes off the edge 90 miles an hour, and you've got to do something to slow him down. So we've got a few things in our game plan to try to just slow his rush down a little bit, so he has to think a little bit more and not be quite so, up the field conscious. And because if we don't do something to slow him down, he's going to be in the backfield quite a bit, and he's going to be disrupting our pass game. So, we've got some things in the blocking scheme, some things in the pass game that hopefully will make him react a little bit slower. And we've been working all week to try to simulate him, although it's impossible to get an exact picture. But we've been taking one of our better defensive linemen and putting him over there and just working the heck out of that position against our offense, so that they have to be conscious of where he is at all times. It's not easy. We do know in general what they're probably going to be doing. We know that their defensive coach is back, the coordinator, and the head coach is a defensive guy. So we're pretty confident that what they played last year we'll see again this year. Um, Offensively, the new coordinator is a similar kind of a offensive system to what they've had. So, and it's very similar to what we run. So, that's the good news. We've been working against obviously our offense for the last 2.5 weeks, and it's a real strong carryover into what we think we're going to see and what we saw last year. So, in fact, we're doing a lot of work against ourselves this week. Just to get the speed factor for the game, because it's going to be very similar. So, hopefully that carryover will be accurate when we get in the game, and we think it will be. It's always good to be home, be able to sleep in your old bed the night before and be in front of your own home crowd. And we have people at the away games, but it's not near the numbers that we have here. So I think that'll be an advantage for us. And they've got to travel, they've got to stay overnight. A lot of those kids will be on their first trip, ever in college. So that'll be a disadvantage for them. Well, I'm not sure. Hopefully the success of the execution will be different. I know our passing game will be more efficient this year. We've got the additional receivers that we didn't have last year with Matt Egenreiter, and Dom Sanders is having a very good spring, and we got a real nice supporting core for them. And of course, you look at the trigger man, Ted Stakaitis. A lot of the offensive execution performance goes back to that one person, even though you don't like putting it all on one. But when he can execute, when he can get the ball to people, and when he can make the checks that he needs to, and has the experience to be calm on the field and get things done, it makes a big difference in getting in the right play and getting plays executed right. Yeah, in fact, we took Mike Jones, and I'm not sure whether Mike's a running back or a receiver anymore. He's playing both positions, and you'll see him out there in both positions in the game, and I think that takes advantage of the things that he does well, plus protects him a little bit too, which we wanted to do, but it also opens up a little bit of space for Brent Collins, who we move back to running back, his more natural position from wide receiver, and then Myron Miles, who our new transfer in from Temple, and Myron's I think it's going to be interesting to see how he performs out there in his first college game. I think he's got a lot of potential, and with Myron and Brent and Mike and Ian Sedan coming back from last year, a power runner, and I think we're going to have a pretty good running attack if we can block up front, which it looks like we're a little bit better this year in that regard. And then you combine that with a passing attack that I think we've got some pretty good weapons. I think we've got a good all-around mix on offense. So hopefully you'll see a balanced offense, and you'll see one that will be able to move the ball well both on the ground and in the air. But we'll take what they give us.